what's up, everyone? Yeah, Exposed Channel's back. I did really want part 4 to be the last one, but, obviously, Nick put himself up on a bridge, basically blackmailed me into deleting the Exposed Channel, even though he was never gonna do anything, Obviously, we don't want Nick to hurt himself. Nick, this is just for you to get help, stop lying about shit that you swept under the rug ages ago. It's ridiculous, and I think everyone can stand with me when I say that. So in today's this is the last video, by the way. In today's episode, the last one, we have interviews. We have an interview with the kid that Nick was creepy to. Basically, the entire story's coming out now, so he cannot try and say that he lied, because this kid did not lie at all. He was a massive fan of Nick, just to give context before I fully go into the situation. But yeah, special thanks to him for coming out. He does want to stay anonymous, which I respect. We also have another interview as well with NFB, and he also knew Nick back in the OG 2017 Switch line. NFB is a Joy-Con boy. But yeah, first we're going to get into the interview with the miner. Yeah, and another thing, instead of titling it just Part 5, I've titled it The Evisceration of the Gaming Otter, because, after this, there's going to be nothing more on him. After this, it's safe to say he's fucking cooked.
Okay, guys, so we have an interview here, a very, very important interview, with one of the people that that are a victim of Nick, and that they was trying to lie about the actual shit that went on in this situation. So I just want to come out. So I just want to come out here for the first question of this interview. I want to pose the question. So when Nick tries saying that you lied about your age, because every time he's confronted about this situation, he just said, "Oh, this person lied about their age." What do you have to say to that?
I never explicitly lied about my age. There was the Tomodachi Life thing, but that's a me, and that's not a legal document. The me had the age and the birth date of 2000, and again, not a legal document. It didn't have my first and last name on it. So I don't know why he's saying that I lied about my age through the me. It's really weird.
Yeah, I didn't even know about that. That the me had anything to do with it, because he never specifically mentioned that his belief was because of a me. And to be honest, dude, if that's actually the reason he's trying to say that he believed you were of this age, then that's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. A me, dude? Are you serious? It has nothing to do with you. It's a me. And another point that I want to get to about this is that you also told him that you were in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know what he's getting.
Yeah.
What idea he's getting.
Yeah, exactly. It's just funny to see. So I just want everyone that's watching this video right now to just take in the fact that this is a man who's trying to say that this kid lied about their age because they had one me on Tomodachi Life. They had a birthday of 2000. After this kid had told Nick that he was in school, So if anyone hears from Nick from now on, of Nick trying to claim that this kid lied, it's just absolutely bullshit, And another thing I did really want to get to for my second question was originally in the start, in the beginning, if you can think back to the first time you heard about Nick, you met him or talked to him, how did that go? How did you come to discover Nick?
Well, back years ago, I used to be a really, really big fan of Street Pass and Nintendo stuff, and obviously he's the one guy making Street Pass videos, so he was one of the only people I would be watching. And in 2020, I joined one of his Animal Crossing live streams, and then I just kept I joined his Discord, and I started talking to everyone in there, and that's kind of how it all started.
Yeah. So, how old would have you been? Like back then, like roughly, like
Fairly young. I wouldn't say I was like too young, but like I was pretty young.
yeah. Were you under 16 at that time?
I was under 16 at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I see. And during this time, is this like when you started like talking to Nick one on one?
Yeah.
So did you ever go into like, I don't know, because I know I haven't asked you this question before. Did you ever go into like voice call or anything with him?
I did not. This is gonna be like a little off topic, but Robert, near around the time I was considering leaving the server, Robert would ask me to join voice calls, so like he could hear my voice or something. But like I always felt uncomfortable when he said that. I don't have like the screenshots for it, but like
Okay.
there was a
Okay.
few people in.
Yeah, you know,
Sorry,
I'm sorry to interrupt. But that just sent alarm bells ring off in my head because you know what's just happened recently. So
What?
as the mole, you know, in his Discord server, Robert has, you know, obviously been trying to figure out who it was. So he did single out. I think it was about 4 people, and he said to them all, and keep in mind, these 4 people that he's asking about, I know that 3 of them were under the age of 18. Like 3 of them were under 18. Yeah, and you know what he said? He said, I need to figure out who the mole is. The 4 of you need to add me and go into a private call in Discord so I can confirm. And he wanted video cam on as well.
Okay, that's disgusting. That's really gross.
Yeah, no, so dude, like just the fact that you said that then, like instant, I believe it. Like, and what was this back in like 2020 or was this 2021?
This was like when I'm saying this, the Robert asked me to join voice calls was 2024.
Okay, yeah. So this is recent as well. Yeah, if he's done this to you, he's done this to 4 other innocent people, by the way. Because he didn't find out who the mole was. I am still in that server. Wow, that's really interesting. And yeah, so I can't imagine how many other times he's done it. Like he's a 38-year-old man. Like, just so everyone knows, Robert is Nick's brother. Just as fucked up, you know. Probably, you know, if not worse, they're definitely at the same level. Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
It's just really fucking creepy for this 38-year-old guy to be demanding kids to go and voice call and turn their webcam on.
It feels very like weird and manipulative, like cult-like behavior. I don't want to say like full on this is like cult shit, but like it's just weird. It feels like that one. Probably don't know what I'm talking about, but there's this one like creator that would like ask people to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's just kind of an invasion of privacy, really. Like if you're trying to like think about someone, it's like that's definitely not the way to go about it. It just makes you look even worse. And back on the topic of Robert too. So was it Robert that you know, the first like major falling out for your relationship with Nick? Like did the argument started with Robert or was it with Nick?
Yes, because I don't want to insult Robert, but he's got a very explosive personality. He's very rude to people in the community, which is very strange.
Okay, yeah, go on more about the arguments that you specifically had with Robert. Like if you can remember like what one of the first fallings out was and what it was over really.
I remember there was like this one about them inviting a creator to a panel, and this creator isn't the nicest person. They've got like very not great beliefs about like trans people, and I had a problem with that because I feel like, you know, that's not really the best person to be having on like a panel with a community like what Street Pass is like.
Yeah, 100%. And like obviously in the Nintendo community, we've got lots of different people from, you know, that like to express themselves in like many different ways. It's like, you know, I'm totally like all for that, dude. Another thing with the Robert thing, when he exploded at you, like you weren't really, you know, like egging it on at all.
No, I would never do that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like talking to him because he's like talking to Robert is like walking on a like minefield covered in eggshells. Like you have to be careful what you say, or else he'll just start like yelling at you.
I've seen it. I've seen it in the server, man. Like the dude has such a short fuse, but then at the same time, you know, he acts so dumb. Like he just gets mad, you know, lashes out at the most ridiculous kind of shit.
It's strange to me because like this is a grown man.
Yeah. 38 years old. Yeah, they're both pushing 40.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, guys.
You know, after all the shit on
Yeah.
his channel, and it still hasn't been taken down. It's ridiculous. It's beyond me.
Honestly, I have a like theory to why, because his audience cycles out every now and then. When I first joined, they had like a bunch of people, and then they all like started to leave because they're like, this guy isn't great. As the years went by, new people would join, then leave, and then new people would join, then leave, and then eventually I left, and now there's new people I don't even recognize in his community.
Yeah, and the part that really upsets me, and I know also a lot of other people are, you know, upset by, is the fact that a lot of these people are actually kids.
And like they don't realize that this man they're looking up to isn't a good person at all.
Yeah. There's this one kid, and obviously the kid doesn't know any better, but Nick sent him to the exposed channel, you know, to comment and just be like, screw you, like, you know, I'm on Nick's side. It's this kid, and it really upsets me because this is even after, like, this kid still went out to help defend Nick, but it's Nick telling this kid to grow some balls, and that his idea is horrible. And this, I know this is really young kid, and just for this dude to be, you know, treating him like this, it's just like, you know, if you have fans, right, you treat them with some fucking, you know, some sort of decency, some sort of respect, and that's one thing. But for it to be a kid like that, dude, that's another fucked up thing. Like, yeah, he's looking up to this dude, and you know, Nick's just shitting on. He's shitting on some poor kid. I just want you to know, you know, don't mess with this guy. Like, you need to get out of the community, get out of his community. He really is a horrible person. This channel, this interview we're doing, this whole thing with part 5 and everything, you know, we're just doing it to protect you guys, like protect the community, and just so more people can be aware of this monster.
I do recall something you said previously about this person, about like the bridge stream. Please talk more about that.
Yeah, no, so it's really good that I have the entire stream actually screen recorded with the live chat. Was in the chat along with many other kid fans of Nick, you know, begging him not to do it, not to jump, and went on to say himself, Nick, if you do this, I'm gonna do it too. Because Nick was threatening to kill himself. He was blackmailing his own life to his audience. Even though he was not gonna do it, it got a lot of his fans very concerned. A lot of these fans, kids, they don't need to fucking like even know about this shit, you know. And you got one of the kid fans saying that he's going to do it as well. And what does Nick reply with? You could actually, you have a proper life. You need to live like at the end of his life. He admitted that it was for views, and to expose the exposed channel or whatever. You know, he got a kid out there saying that he was also going to die if Nick had done it. I've dealt with like a lot of, you know, friends of mine that have actually been suicidal. I've witnessed this kind of stuff before. And it is just totally not the right thing for a kid to hear it or be exposed to whatsoever.
Because children, at like the age is that, I don't know how old, but like they don't understand the concept of death like completely. Like I don't think they know that like you just you can't continue living after you die, and like to have someone you look up to say something like that to you is a little bit fucking horrifying, to be completely honest.
Yeah, no, 100%. It is horrifying. Because I was in the live chat, I was telling Nick not to do it as well, because, you know, I was a little bit confused. Like halfway through the stream, I was like, you know, like obviously the videos that, you know, we make here on the exposed channel, we really don't want Nick to harm himself in any way. You know, all I want is for him to get offline and just like get the help he needs. And just to learn from his mistakes and just know that, you know, everything that he has done isn't okay. And the thing that really bothers me is that he comes up with all these excuses and he just thinks it's okay. And he's like, you know, oh, I'm not hurting anyone, you know, but, you know, in reality, he's fucked up a lot of people. And he's been on the platform for over 10 years. He's been on there for over a decade. He has fucked up a lot of people.
Yeah, and I can like say I'm one of those people, which isn't something that I should be saying very much. It's not something to be proud of, but I'm still here, so.
Dude, like I said, I'm so proud of you, you know. a lot of other people in the community, like we all stand together, we stand by you in this. Like, you know, all that matters, you know, is that you've been able to come forward about your story and protect other kids online, you know, just so this never happens again, because this shit can never be allowed to happen again after this shit, you know.
I remember when, like, this whole thing started, my name in all of the, like, documents were blurred for my safety, and, you know, Nick, he comes out and just says, like, all this shit about me, including my name and my full username and stuff, and it's like, does he really care about, like, the privacy of people in his community? Because if he's doing stuff like that, then I don't think he does.
Yeah, no, exactly. No, he doesn't. I really don't think he has. He doesn't have any concept whatsoever of it. And the thing is that he tries to blame it on being autistic, but I'm autistic myself, you know, and you know, it's not a card you can just throw out there and be like, oh yeah, I'm autistic, so you know this gives me the pass to do this, or you know, I didn't know because I'm autistic. You can't say that shit, you know? Like, it's just not a fucking excuse. And what it actually does, it gives people with autism a bad rap. Because, you know, we're nothing like this dude, you know? And, you know, you cannot use mental health like that as an excuse to treat children like shit, treat your fans like shit, beg for money online, and another thing, bring up people's suicide in the past. You know, for instance, like, we'll get on to the etiquette topic here, because you were actually the one that was able to send me that screenshot, you know, of what he said about etiquette and how it's cowardly in that, you know, like, and he likes to bring up how the Joy-Con boys are after him. Dude, I would have never brought up the whole Joy-Con boys thing if he didn't say what he said about etiquette in that comment.
It's just really, really disgusting. It's something, like, unfathomable for, like, it's something unfathomable for me to say. Like, genuinely, what the fuck went through his mind while typing that out?
You know, he obviously lacks empathy. I think, I really believe that the perfect word for this guy is sociopath. Like, that's all I see in it, man.
Yeah, I would also say that.
And another thing I did want to go into is about how he does not care. Because here's a clip of him. You know, I've shown you this clip. It's a clip of him showing that he does not care, neither does his brother, about doing sexual acts in front of children. In the clip, it showcases Nick. Well, yeah, I'll play it right now.
You would laugh. I'll never forget when they were shaking the 3DSs. My brother was like, harder, faster, harder, faster. And then I yelled out really loud, longer, stronger. And then the one woman just got to me, like, there's kids here. And I was like, yep, I know, honey. That's why we're doing it. It's fun. It's called, if you don't know what that word means. And I didn't say it. Because I like everyone. So, I just like being the right level of controversial, you know what I mean? You know what I mean.
In the clip, it showcases Nick not caring about doing a sexual act in front of a child. I think him and his brother, Robert, were like doing some sort of like sexual joke about their 3DSs and like going like harder, harder, harder. And a mother went up to them and said, "Can you not do that? There's kids here." And Nick replies with, "I know, honey. That's why we're doing it."
That's fucking disgusting.
And then he acts like, "Oh, we don't have all this shit about like shit on him for being a fucking major creep." But we are all this evidence right here that any normal thinking human being will look at and just immediately be like, "Okay, yeah, this is fucking horrid."
Just like really gross. I don't know why you would do that.
Especially because I think he was doing this in front of the Nintendo store. So, you know, and then he goes on about how the Nintendo employees at the store like don't care about who he is, and like, you know, like is always rude to him. It's like, dude, if you want to be like, you know, on that Nintendo brand, you can't be going around saying shit like that, dude. You know, like,
yeah,
the hopes for this man ever getting like a proper shot again in the Nintendo community is zero. Like, you know. So I don't even know why he still goes on with the promotion of the stream, because, you know, if there's a fan of this guy, they are, one, a kid, right, and two, they have no idea about who he truly is or what he has done in the past.
I've seen a few fans of his that are not children and are ignorant of the things he's done.
Oh yeah,
which is
yeah,
so-
yeah. There's this one dude in particular. Fuck it, I'm just gonna name drop him. Zenith. If you were watching this, Zenith, I just want to say, like, I know you like, I've seen your content. I think honestly, from what I see in your content, it seems like you're a pretty like mature dude. I know you've been exposed to all of this shit about Nick, and but then it really bothers me on how you're so quick to defend him and call people like me and everyone else, quote unquote, trolls. Because it's like, how can we be trolls if we're coming out here with physical evidence and proof, all these testimonies about what Nick has done and the creepy shit? How can you just write that off as, you're a troll? Because it just doesn't make any sense. This dude actually is an adult, and he's like, yeah, he's defending Nick. So yeah, you're right there. I completely forgot about that.
There's a few like content creators that like still hang around him, and it's like, you know what he's done. Why are you doing this? Like you got your head screwed on. Why don't you use it?
Exactly. Like, I don't know how anyone that creates content on YouTube would even want to be associated with this guy, or even like want to collab with him, or genuinely like be his moderator, and it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I remember, this is just like some like thing I saw. I was watching YouTube Shorts, and I come across this like Street Pass short, and it's like, oh, this is cute. It's a Street Pass thing, and I see like Nick appear, and I'm like, what the hell? Why are you like doing this with this man? Like,
Yeah.
But
Another thing I have to bring up, I think you share the same sentiment as I do. Whenever you hear that iconic Street Pass music, after knowing about Nick, I feel like it just doesn't hit the same anymore.
it does not anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
gonna be completely honest. Ever since I stopped watching Nick and I stopped like palling around with him, I just cannot find myself enjoying Street Pass anymore. And it kind of sucks because it was like my main thing that I really liked back then.
When I look back, at Street Pass now, it's like, it's tarnished for me just because, like, I know that Nick really is, he tries to be like the biggest guy for it. And yeah, I feel like he really has done damage to the Street Pass community, like a serious amount of damage. And it really is sad because, we don't want this, Nintendo community to have these kind of fucking weird creeps in it. It just shouldn't be. It should be a safe space for all of us to come together, work on projects together, support each other. But like, it's really hard to be able to do that sort of stuff when this dude exists the way he does.
Yeah, and I feel like the way he talks to like minors in his audience is like super inappropriate for
Oh yeah,
like,
disgusting.
a creator like him.
Yeah, and the amount of videos in his underwear, like literally, borderline naked that he does, the inappropriate jokes, like the infamous banana clip.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh really? It's I put it across all of the different parts. I made sure to include that one clip in every single one of them. He basically in his shirtless in his underwear, and this was posted to YouTube. He has privated the video now because his brother Robert, begged him to take it down. Same with the, the how does it feel video, and, all that kind of stuff. It was all taken down, but it's literally Nick. Of course we're gonna chuck it in part 5, so I'm gonna put it up here. Yeah, it's literally Nick in his underwear, peeling a banana and deep throating it slowly while making very strange, very awkward eye contact with the camera.
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude, and all the people, every single person that was commenting on that clip was like, dude, this is fucking wrong. This is weird. Like, even his fans were like, yeah, that makes me a little bit uncomfortable out here, Nick. 2 months.
2 months?
Yeah, 2 months. 2 months it took him for him to take it down.
I feel like with the amount of time he spent on the platform, he should know who his audience is by now. Mostly children. And he shouldn't be posting shit like that.
Exactly. Yeah, and especially if you're making fucking Nintendo content, dude. Like, look, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being gay. Nick likes to come at me and, like, call me homophobic for just, like, making fun of those clips. But it's got nothing to do with being homosexual at all. Dude, there's nothing wrong with being gay, fucking, lesbian, bisexual, any of that kind of stuff. No problem with it. The problem is when you're, doing shit like that on using Street Pass music in the background for a on a Nintendo themed channel for a kid audience of minors and just playing it off like it's no big deal.
It's so weird.
Really wanted to get into this because this is your story. When you first were a big fan of Nick, this is another thing. Nick likes to say that you were planted on him as a mole, and I just know that this couldn't be further from the truth because from what I've heard, you were a very massive fan of Nick, and you basically idolized him back then because you didn't know about who he really was.
Yeah, like if you check any of my tweets from like 2023, I was like his biggest fan. And like I don't know why he tries to say I'm a mole that was like planted on him. I don't know where he's getting that from. Cause like I feel like he's just saying that so to like I don't know, save himself from the guilt. He should know that like I stopped liking him because him and his brother were kind of the worst people to hang around with.
Because I can imagine that once you cut ties with Nick, the whole situation back then for you would have been really stressful for you, and you would have dealt with a lot from it.
It was a very stressful time for me. Like a lot of stuff from that and stuff from the outside of that situation as well. But luckily, I got through it. I'm doing fine, and I found better people. Like that was like one of the worst times of my life. But like I made it. Like I'm still here. People around me are way better than they ever were. None of them want to meet up with me in Ireland.
Exactly. Oh yeah. Trust me, guys, we're going to be getting into that bit very soon. That's the real showstopper here. I wanted to get more into detail about Robert, and obviously, this may be kind of hard to talk about because, like, it shouldn't have fucking happened to you. It's really upsetting. What exactly went down that time? Robert, basically said, like, that he like didn't care, if you were to commit suicide. How did that whole argument go down?
I do remember that it took place like a few days before my birthday in 2024. So like, I don't know what I was talking about, but it was something to do with being excited. And then like they start talking, and they start talking to me, and then we get into like a different conversation. And then Robert and Nick both start piling on it to me about something. I don't remember what, but like at that point, they'd done it to me so many times. I was like, I'm so fucking sick of this. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill myself. And I just like say, I just like type that out. Robert responds with that, and at that point, I'm like, oh my fucking God, I am going to do it. Luckily, I didn't. But still, it's awful. Genuinely, one of the worst days of my life.
Yeah, that's absolutely horrible. And just because I know you were young then, and you still are really young. The thing that fucks me off the most here is that you're still a minor, and Nick is still talking trash, about you, not respecting your privacy or anything like that. And it's like, this dude's just fucked in the head.
All I want is just to be left alone by him and his community. It's awful that he's still going on about me, getting people to like harass me and shit. Please leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the main reason why you're finally coming out for an interview for this video, is just because, Nick, you need to leave these people that you've fucked with alone, dude. Like, none of this shit, right? None of this shit on this channel had anything to do with, like, no one was making anything but me. All I did was gather credible information from the proper sources to bring it to light, because this motherfucker, the gaming order, Nick and Robert, they tried sweeping all of this shit under the rug ages ago.
And they act like it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty bad. I'll say that.
It's disgusting. I mean, if he doesn't think it's pretty bad, it obviously is. If his videos don't even reach 10 likes most of the time, and my exposed videos hit 77 likes and 68 likes. I think that's a pretty steep margin right there of people that are in unanimous agreement.
I feel like more people as of recent detest him than actually like him, and I feel like that does say something about him and his brother's personalities and their actions. Can't forget that.
So now I really want to get into the big thing here, and this is the conversations that you had with Nick about how he wanted to meet up with you. How did this whole thing, like, from the best of your knowledge, I know we do have the screenshots you know, I have put these up in quite a few of the videos. I will put them up one more time to give a little bit of context to this segment because, yeah, this is where it gets really fucked up. How do these conversations like come to start?
So I'm gonna talk about the PAX one first, because the PAX one isn't that bad. Like, it's still weird. So he was talking about his panel that he was having at PAX, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Good luck. And he like keeps going on about like, and he says, I wish I could fly you out. And you know, obviously I was still a fan of him at the time, so I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. But like, it feels weird now because he knew that I was not an adult. Kind of a weird thing to say.
No, yeah, exactly. He knew you were in school, knew you were a kid, and he's still offering to fly you out. And then, you know, saying obviously that he didn't have enough money, but then he said, because you said something like, you know, oh, like there's more street pass at PAX, and you know it wouldn't be worth coming over to Scotland, because he said that you know, he wanted to come over, you know, to where you actually lived, and then he said, I know, but I'd still meet you.
Yeah, I underplay it a lot because, you know, it's not as bad as the island, but like, it's still fucking weird. You shouldn't be talking to people like that ever.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a 38-year-old man, and the thing that makes this even worse is that it's not even because I've brought this up before, but it's not even the first fucking time that this dude has, you know, that he said that he wanted to fly out a minor somewhere. Now, back in 2017, there was Arius Gabe. You know, he was one of the boys. You know, he was there for the OG Switch line, and he did, you know, he obviously did meet Nick through C&D and you know, Triforce, just being out there on the line. You know, because Nick did come out there. You know, sadly to, you know, all the boys back then that went out to that line, you know, that they had to deal with this motherfucker for a couple of days, and yeah, it's just, you know, he offered to fly out Arius Gabe as well, who was 15 at the time, to E3 that year, and you know, accompany the event with him.
That's very strange. I don't actually know the story of that very well, so I can't really comment on it too much, but there's definitely some parallels.
Yeah, and then that's the creepy thing. The thing we've, you know, really picked up on here is that there's a lot of parallels to many things that Robert and Nick have both done, and you know, it just makes me even more like disturbed of the possibility that this has happened to other people, and possibly worse stuff has happened that we don't even know about.
Yeah, and it's like, this could be happening right now, but like the person that's happening to probably is too scared to come out about it.
Yeah, exactly. Because when it comes to this kind of stuff, you know, I know a lot of people, you know, victims of this kind of shit, fear coming out about the situation, just because of the fact that, you know, they don't know if their story is going to be taken seriously, if it's going to be believed, and maybe just because they don't want to be out, you know, in public light like that, you know. And
oh yeah, I know how it feels.
And that's why we're here today doing what we're doing, to expose this motherfucker. I mean, for the 5th time on this channel, but you know, that obviously this is the nail in the coffin right here, guys. If he's gonna come to you guys and try and say like, oh, they're smearing, or like they're lying about me, like, you know, this person lied about their age. No, like, we have literally just debunked all of Nick's false claims of him trying to cover his sorry ass.
And we haven't even gotten to the meat. Right, in August of 2024, I was going on holiday to Belfast with my family, and Nick, coincidentally, was going at the same time as me. I think, like, he was flying in the same time I was leaving, because I thought I was going for a week, but I was going for 5 days, and he was going, like, near the same time as me. So he was like, oh, we should meet. And, you know, at first, it was like, oh, that's really cool. Like, this YouTuber I've looked up to for years is, like, gonna see me for the first time. And like, give me stuff. Like, because he had this, like, trophy thing he got from another YouTuber that he was going to, like, give to me in person. But obviously, plans fell through because we didn't end up meeting. But the way he talked about meeting me was, like, weird. I'll try look at the messages, because I don't have it, like, in my brain.
I know exactly what it is. Holy shit. Castle Court Shopping Center, right?
Yeah, that, Jesus Christ.
Dude, you know,
Exactly.
when you're explaining it to me, I'm just getting fucking chills, man. I know exactly what, dude. I didn't even know for sure if this person was you. Holy shit!
Yeah, that was me.
Holy shit! No, that right there has to be like some of the most damning piece of evidence for out there, because he literally asks, all right, guys, I'll put the messages up here right now. This motherfucker literally asks if, if this kid's parents know about his online presence. This motherfucker cannot say that this kid lied at all, because the proof is right here. He's asking about if his parents know, right? And then going on to suggest to meet at the Castle Court Shopping Center. Ladies and gentlemen, we fucking got him.
Part of me is still like frustrated at like younger me for like even like slightly agreeing to it. Like whenever I think about it, I just want to like scream at myself for even like slightly saying yes. It's like obviously I didn't know at the time, but like, you know, I shouldn't be getting mad at myself. I should be getting mad at the 38-year-old man.
Exactly. He should know better. The dude is pushing 40, and this was just this was last year, right?
This was last year, yes.
Holy shit.
Funnily enough, time of recording this would have been about a year. August 16th is when this conversation happened, and we're on August 8th right now. So this would have happened like 300 days ago, like 340 days ago.
Yes. Oh my god, dude, I'm so glad that we brought this up, because this is something that I had, like, that was on my mind, specifically when I made the first video, and I really did want to fully get to the bottom of this, and you know what actually happened, and
yeah,
because I think that those messages right there, just and is this after he already asked about, you know, flying you out, right?
Yes, this was.
Holy shit. I mean, yeah, you have it here, folks. There is no way that Nick can. There's absolutely no way that he can try and say that this kid lied at all about anything, right? Nick's credibility, if he even had any, is completely thrown out the window here.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think he even had credibility to begin with.
No credibility at all. I mean, maybe back, you know, I think he was quite respected, actually, back in, like, 2013 when he first started doing all this stuff. You know, it's just that, you know, he could have had a decent channel. He could have had a decent community. You know, the man could have had it all. But really, his selfishness and creepiness got the better of him, you know? And it's just really upsetting that all of this shit had to happen for this all to come out, you know? That's fucked. The kind of shit just should not happen at all.
It shouldn't, and I'm like still mad that it did happen, but I'm glad it's coming out now.
Yeah, and it ain't getting swept under the rug. That motherfucker ain't taking down the exposed channel. He ain't gonna blackmail me into taking down the channel like he did on that goddamn stupid fucking fake out stream that he did. You know, and by the way,
I still,
you know,
think that stream is disgusting.
I don't condone suicide at all. You know, I was, you know, in the chat asking Nick to, like, not do it and just stop and just to think, because I never meant for the videos to, like, you know, make him have a mental health crisis. But that isn't what happened at all. We got the best possible case scenario. That motherfucker got tackled to the fucking ground by 2 fucking officers, dude, live on camera, on stream, and he faced a couple charges for it too. Somehow he got out of jail. He must have been bailed out by Robert or something. But you know,
I think so. Yeah.
It's a really good thing that what happened.
I don't keep up with him. I get told what happens by people that do. So, like, when that whole thing happened, it was like the day after my birthday I got told. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I miss? So I'm digging around in our DMs and I found something.
Oh yeah?
In 2023 when this conversation happened.
Wow, dude! Damn, so we'll put this up on the screen too. So he's asking, and he's being quite pushy about it. And even after you say that you can't give out details like that, he even pushes it and says, I mean, is it super close to there or Edinburgh?
Like, there's a history of him not respecting boundaries.
Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, okay. So, you know, he likes to, try and push the fact that other people don't actually respect his boundaries, but it's very much so the other way around.
The amount of times Tim and his brother ask people to get in calls with them. There's this one person who I'm not gonna name, but they would get into calls with Nick and Robert frequently, and Robert would complain a lot about me, and like say like kind of awful stuff about me. Like I remember hearing from the person saying that Robert thought I had like an anger issue problem, which is a little funny coming from Robert.
I feel like I definitely know you like a lot more now. That there's
Yeah.
nothing about you at all that screams anger issues at all to me whatsoever.
Yeah, like people that know me would say like I don't have any sort of like anger issue thing.
Just obviously like about the suicide thing, and Robert just being a total fucking sleazeball about it. You were excited about something, and he starts an argument with you.
Like I don't want to like go and say like something like really weird. But, like this is like abuser stuff, like common like abuse things. Like they've got like traits that like people like those have.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree, and I know a lot of other people that have been following this situation will also agree with what you've just said. Yeah, totally. I mean, the both of them have a lot of problems, and honestly, Nick can blame his problems on autism all he likes, but I feel like there is something a lot more deep with him going on that we don't realize. Well, not that we don't realize, but like that he doesn't realize, and this is just another reason why he really needs to get offline and go to a professional, and see if they can salvage what they can, and so this guy can get better and just treat other human beings with some decency and respect, because especially just like to kids, man, like just the fact that he has a kid audience and he's still doing all this shit.
I have a couple words for Nick's audience.
Yep.
So, if you are watching this and you are a fan of Nick, just know, I mean this with the most respect possible. He does not care about you. He never will. He wants your money. He doesn't respect you as a viewer nor person. I don't think he like even considers you anything more than a $sign on his YouTube account. So if you're watching him, please leave. Like, run, get out of there immediately. Stop being a fan of him. Just get out. Like, there's nothing else I can really say other than get out as fast as you can.
He's hurt people. He's gonna hurt more people. He's hurt kids. He's said creepy shit. He's been pushy with boundaries. He's disrespected the dead. Just kids shouldn't be around this shit. No one should look up to this guy. And obviously, we know that a lot of young, impressionable kids won't get that they, won't get the thing about, not looking up to him because they're just kids. They're gonna look up to this guy. They're gonna love the Nintendo content. They're gonna love the Street Pass. They're gonna fuck with it. They're gonna defend him. And it's really sad, and that's why this video needs to be spread with as many people as possible. And if you haven't already done it, go straight to the Gaming Otter's channel and just report it. We need to get this motherfucker off the internet. This shit can never be allowed to happen again.
Like, he needs genuine mental assistance or like help in any sort. Like, I don't want to see him suffer. I just want to see him like get better as a person, despite how hard that would probably be for him.
Exactly, yeah. So Nick, if you are watching, the best course of action right now would be to make an apology video where you don't hide from the truth, where you don't lie still about this kid who he's still a minor. He's been very brave to come forward and talk about this shit. You need to keep his name and any other person's name that like you're fucked with out of your fucking mouth, dude. You need to apologize for this shit, because after this you just cannot defend yourself and try and make up these bullshit lies, because the truth has really come out here. And just to everyone else, you know, that's been watching, you know, thank you for watching all of these videos. And you know, like the main goal was, you know, to make people aware of the shit that was swept under the rug, you know, a year ago, you know, and Nick was able to cover his tracks. You know, when I found out about this shit, like when I first heard about it, there's no videos on it. So I was like, you know, I obviously have to make it, you know, exposed video. You know, I didn't expect it to get this big. I didn't expect this many people to get behind it, but because, you know, we just want the truth out there. And after this, I know he's gonna comb through the Discord, being like, oh, who's the one that's who's the mole in here? Who's the fucking one? Everyone get in a live call right now and show your IDs, or that's what he's probably gonna say, dude. Like honestly, I wouldn't put it past him or Robert.
You need a retina scan to get in the Discord.
Yeah, a retina scan. Yeah. Hey, it's good. It's good to end this interview off with a positive, funny note there. Well, thank you so much for coming forward. You know, I really appreciate it. Many people in the community, they're gonna really appreciate it. You know, because honestly, dude, I couldn't have done any of this shit without you, man.
And I could not have done any of this shit without you, so I have to thank you for that as well. This whole Exposed channel has really gotten, like, a lot of weight off my back, because I've been just carrying this, like, massive burden for, like, months now, and it's finally ending for me, and I can finally move on, so it's really great.
Well, thank you guys for watching this interview. You know, I hope everyone enjoyed it. Please leave your comments below, you know, about what you think about the whole situation. This definitely is going to be the final, you know, the final part, you know, on Nick. Unless some like crazy shit happens, you know. But just share the video with as many people as you possibly can, you know. We need the truth out there. And well, I guess, yeah, that's a wrap.
I hope that his audience, that consists of, like, no offense, Princeton's audience, mine, like, easily manipulated children, I hope that you actually grow up, be a bit more mature, and, like, more socially aware of who you watch, who you interact with. Like, just, dude, stop. Just find another idol. Alright? I get that fucking your idol, Princeton or Gaming Otter, like, loves to idolize Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims is a good person. Nick is not. Alright? So find a new idol. Fucking watch Roblox, like, YouTubers, or, like, Minecraft. Nah, not mine. Move past Minecraft YouTubers. Go to, like, Nintendo. Watch shit that you enjoy. Alright? Just don't interact with Nick. Alright? Don't. I know you guys like to defend him, and I would not I wouldn't be surprised if once this video is up, I'm gonna see all the some defending comments by Nick's audience. Don't defend him. Right, that's the problem. When shitty people do shitty things and there are people who defend them, they will continue to do shitty things because they know that they will have people to defend them. So don't defend him. Go be a kid. Like I said, go to school, do your homework, fucking play video games when you want to. Go get ice cream, go hang out with your friends, ride a bike, go to your, like, do something, you know? Just, like, I don't understand, like, just don't defend him. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't try to defend him in this video, please. We're just trying to say, this is just the mere consequences of his actions, and everything he's done has led up to this. Everything he's done has led up to where he is now. Don't defend him. Don't like his videos. Don't comment on him, because that's what he wants. He wants the views. He wants the attention. Just block him, report his channel, and move on with your life. Go be a child. Go have fun. Like, just stop interacting with him, because it's only gonna lead you to, like, being easily brainwashed by him and manipulate it. And I would know. Again, this is coming from someone who was a kid your age who believed the fucking Roblox scams. Alright? Go enjoy life and mature a bit. Like, honestly. Go have fun. Do kid shit. Fucking buy Pokemon cards for, like, all I care. Just, like, don't interact with this dude. Block him. Move on with your day. Go spend time with your family. Honestly, just do something. Alright? Just don't interact with him. And don't defend him, please. Alright? He does not deserve to be defended. He needs to, like, genuinely experience the consequences of his actions. With no defending, because it's only encouraging him more. It's only engaging him to be more shitty, be like, he's just a manipulative person. That's honestly all it is. And his brother's no better. His brother is another fucking defender, the fucking worst of them all, defending every single video, commenting on my shit, commenting on LD's shit. Just don't stop defending him. All right, that's all you gotta do is stop defending him. Don't give him the attention he wants, and he'll stop. All right, this channel was not made to just directly bash him and treat him like shit. This is to practically help his audience just get away from him, and just practically just hopefully he sees that this is the consequences of his actions, and hopefully one day changes as a person. He most likely won't be forgiven, because you can change and still not be forgiven, because no one wants that to come back into their life, because they've seen you be a shitty person, so they are weary. So don't defend him. Alright? Honestly, just don't.
Street Pass Princeton here to review this Pokemon activity booklet. Ah!
Gabe, what did you do?
Where are you going?
Gabe.
Where is he going? What are you doing? Dude, come back here.
Hey, that's pretty bad! Dude is awesome. Y'all check him out.
Oh, thank you.
He's awesome.
Thank you. Gabe, where are you going?
It's been 9 years since this one clip. He's no longer awesome.
Isn't up enough? I saw the sign. Open up my eyes, I saw the sign. Life is demanding without understanding. I saw the sign. Open up my eyes, I saw the sign. No one's gonna drag you up to get into the light where you belong. But where do you belong?
You let me walk, or I'm not getting off! You let me walk! You don't have to fight me!